Welcome to a very, very special edition of this show. Don't have a name. This is just the Sideline Junkies podcast network. I'm the boss man. That's what they call me. To this side of me is the big guy KG, and I want you to know, you probably like, why are we up here by ourselves? There's no Midnight Rider. There's no Gentleman Jack Carr. Today's a very special day. And if you don't know what it is, I'm going to tell you, because I know you don't know what it is. This is February 10th, 26. But 8 years ago, this is where we started our very first initial recording for not Sideline Junkies then, but the Out of Bounds podcast. So we wanted to hop on real quick and pay homage. And what better way to pay homage to the beginning to bring into one of the co-founders. Now, look, this guy, if you don't know this guy, right? But if you watch Saturdays at 11:30 with the Midnight Rider, the greatest fictitious college football show in America.
In the world, great. In the world.
I'm sorry. This man is responsible for the Oregon Ducks. Lifelong Steelers fan, lifelong Lakers fan. And from what I understand, was responsible for the Mike McCartney jersey selling out when they hired their new head coach. He bought them all up. So without further ado, we bring in one of the co-founders of the network, Big Jim.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Big Jim, long time no see.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna hit the Eric B. Rakim joint. It's been a long time, so good to see y'all, man.
Good to see you, man.
Look, we still in contact. You might not be on the shows like you were, but we fight throughout the league on College Football 26. So I know Midnight Rider, he's gonna see this. He's gonna be like, yeah, I need Jim on Saturday. He talk about his Oregon Ducks. Darnell was on there last week, so but man, look, man, I know you've been sitting back watching. What do you think about where the network is now versus what we started on Zcast, on the phones? I don't know if you remember we had to re-record things and what's your outlook on the network now versus where we started?
Man, look, it's growing, man. It's going in a positive direction. You got to start somewhere to get somewhere. So, it's moving up, man. So I'm proud of you guys, man. Y'all didn't stop. Y'all didn't let nothing hinder y'all. No obstacle too big to jump over so far. So, man, just stay positive and keep putting in that work, man. I'm proud of y'all.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you. You help us start. You help us launch it. Shoot, while I got you here, just give me a quick little snapshot. Like I said, lifelong Lakers fan, lifelong Steelers fan. Let's go Lakers first. How you liking your Lakers? And what you think where they're gonna be at the end of the year?
Man, I love my Lakers, but these boys, man, they didn't get blown out last night by the Thunder. So I was, 119 and 110. I'm kind of proud of them. I think the last time they played them, they got blown out by like 30, man. But, they just need some players. They need a center. Luka need to stay healthy. Austin Reeves just got back. So it's gonna be tough. You gotta get past OKC in the bottom line. That's who you got to get past. And plus you gotta get past the Spurs. Because the Spurs done beat, I think, OKC maybe 2 or 3 times already. So I mean that's another hurdle you gotta jump. So, man, I'm looking for something good out of them, but I'm not expecting a championship. But I want to get my hopes up so high that, I'll be laying on the ground because I'm so down, man.
And we're gonna flip it right over before I give it to KG because I know he got some questions and he want to talk to. I know right now you probably sitting on at least 2 boxes of Mike McCartney shirts. So the Steelers asked their long-time head coach Mike Tomlin. They bring in Mike McCartney. What's your thoughts?
Man, I was kind of ready for Mike Tomlin to go, but once he left, I regretted it, man. It was like, man, all you had to do was find a new offensive coordinator. That's what I believe. But I'm not a big Mike McCarthy fan. I mean, he's done good things. Don't get me wrong. Green Bay, Dallas. Hopefully, he can bring some of that, something different to the offense, man. And can keep this defense intact. We just DK Metcalf just not enough, man. We needed one more wide receiver. Gainwell, he was awesome. Like, I think he led the team in receptions or something. But he no way your running back should be first in reception or second in receptions. That's not the case. They ain't use Frymouth enough. With my man, he got hurt. 300-pound tight end, Darnell Washington.
Okay.
Later on he got better. He's a big boy. You can't take him down. So, man, they just need a few more pieces, man. Hopefully they get a quarterback. At this point, I'm like, start Will Howard. I have no confidence in Mason Rudolph. If Aaron Rodgers comes back, then I guess I got to take him. Maybe they go after somebody. I don't know. I don't know who they can get. Hopefully it ain't Kirk Cousins. They need to at least go younger, do something, man.
KG?
Well, in honor of year number 8, we've talked extensively. In that time, your Lakers has won a championship in 2020. Pittsburgh kind of can't get over the hump, but sticking with the Lakers, do you feel LeBron leaving is a gift or a curse?
Damn, yo. I kind of want him to leave, but he's probably the fourth best player, maybe third if you're gonna put him ahead of Austin Reeves. But he's 40, going on 42. So how long can he last? And their defense is terrible. So from Luka to LeBron, LeBron goes for the block every now and then, but I'm kind of ready for LeBron to go. And part of me wants him to stay. Maybe I got that Mike Tomlin feeling about LeBron. I need him to stay. If he can, just don't pay him $50 million. Pay him 20, 15, and I might be good with that. But if he stays, this is probably a good thing because that gives him somebody else to kind of bring the ball up, take the lead. At the same time, is it going to hinder key guys like Adu Thero, who needs a chance to play? Dog Connect is falling out of favor. Is he, I ain't going to say necessarily blocking somebody from getting more time or becoming better, but I'm good either way, man, I think. Because they need more pieces than just LeBron. And can't rely on this guy when Luka is hurt to drop 30, and be like he was with the Heat or the Cavaliers, or even when they won the championship in 2020.
Different beast, man. That was a different beast in 2020. I think they were spurred emotionally. Everybody say that it was a layoff. That's what everybody say. It was a layoff. No, that was destiny.
I mean, it helped, but it was still bad. At the end of the day, it was still basketball. They still had to go to the gym and show up. They all put in work. And they had guys who could play defense. So, but I don't know, man. I'm kind of ready for him to go a little bit.
Well, I'll say this. If he goes and they give him a statue, I think that's the most blasphemous thing you could ever do.
He ain't going to get no statue. He get one in Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm about to say he should get one in Cleveland.
Yeah, he'll get one in Cleveland. Yeah.
But
and eventually they might, 23 is already retired. So I guess you could re-retire number 23 in his honor. But he's not getting a statue because that would be like, I mean, who do you give a statue to? Magic, Kareem, Kobe maybe,
Sure.
Elgin Bell or somebody, you know what I mean? Jerry West.
Yeah.
It's not enough room around that arena for all the statues that you should be given.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Hey, you can get creative. Trust me. You can get creative. Put some statues somewhere.
Yeah, put like
they ain't got to all. It could be different places. They could be in the arena. You know what I'm saying?
You give him an installment. You don't give him a statue, like how they did with Sean Taylor. You give him one of those with the wires and everything running through it. You give him one of those.
Look,
you make a bunch of mini statues. You can put everybody you want.
Don't Philadelphia got mini statues? The 76ers?
That's right. I'm not sure.
Statues, were they life size?
I thought they had many. Maybe they got mini statues at the training facility. I had to look it up. I'm confused. I'm confusing myself. Don't pay no attention to me. So, but man, I lost my train of thought, man. Hey, look, we come a long way, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
And we missing Junie. We always give a shout out to Junie. Definitely wish he could be here with us. That's what we're missing one box, and if we had the ability to kind of leave the 10 men on the field like they did for Sean Taylor, we have an open box here for Junie. So that's definitely want to give him a shout out for this episode.
Yeah, most definitely.
Commemorating our start and where we are now. And I told the guys on Sunday, man, like sky's the limit for this. We've grown. We couldn't imagine where we are now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just four guys starting out, want to talk sports. That's it.
Look, going to the Redskin game in our Sideline Junkies shirts.
Yeah. That's still
taking that long hike, man.
Yep, I still got those pictures. So yeah, that was fun. That was definitely fun. But look, man, don't be a stranger. You had an open invitation to come on anytime you want, any show you want. You want to talk some NBA? Come on with the Nothing But Net guys, Ryder and C. Perry. You want to talk some wrestling? You come on Saturday night with KG, Don, and Nubian, or wherever. You want to come back on Sunday? Come on Sunday, man.
I appreciate that, fellas. I really do.
But Ryder gonna be looking for you for Gridiron Saturday 11:30. I'm telling you, Ryder gonna be looking for you.
Man, he don't want to hear this sad Oregon Duck coach.
Yes, he do. Yes,
whimper about his team getting beat up by everybody.
Yes, he do. I'm trying to tell you, he want to hear all
man.
So, KG, you got anything else for Big Jim?
Most importantly, starting out, we started this out Saturdays, after everybody got off work. And I remember laying on the floor, just doing the show with my notepad. And I go back and I listen to some of those old shows. I was really high on the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I don't even know why. And they have yet to do anything. Then we get to football season, and I was high on the Cleveland Browns. They still have yet to do anything. Oh my God!
Yeah. They didn't got worse.
I think the whole point was I was just high. So, but Jim, you used to always talk me down off that ledge. Tell me straight up, you out of bounds for that. So I appreciate that, man. And like B said, I wish Junie was able to be here to do this, on camera. I mean, it's not like he's not here. He's here, but he just can't get on camera right now.
Yeah.
And like those arguments and those discussions, man, it's plenty of times we were only supposed to go 45 minutes. We wound up doing an hour and 30. Yeah. So that's nothing new.
Yeah. And he was a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
He is a Steelers fan. Let me say that.
Steelers fan, and he wasn't gonna let you talk bad about his Wizards.
So
man,
most definitely, man. Like, no, without a shadow of a doubt, this is to get to this point. Here we are 8 years later, man. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah. Look, about to hit the 10-year anniversary soon, man.
Yeah.
A couple more years, it's gonna be 10 years.
Yep.
Keep on striving, man.
Most definitely, man. We just damn. When you put it in perspective like that, jeez.
Come here. You weren't here. No, come here.
My man, Lil B, what's up?
He wasn't here.
He sure wasn't. Yeah.
I just thought about that. He wasn't here when we started. Say hi. Say hi to your uncles.
Nah.
Oh, get out of here. He worrying me about corn dogs, but he won't come say hi to everybody.
Oh man.
Yeah, so a lot has changed in 8 years. The network is up to 10 shows, right, KG?
Yep.
10 shows and growing and rubbing elbows and doing all that good stuff. So yeah, man, we're at a good spot, man. We're at a good spot. Appreciate everybody. So
Am I good?
Man, it's just you put it in a perspective and you think about it and you say, officially 8 years today, but we started messing around and trying to hone everything. We didn't have a name in 2017. We were just kind of just moving. And then we sat down and we came up with the first name, and then Gilbert Arenas stole the first name, so we had to come up with something else. And we went with that. We rolled with it. And we just evolved and we grew. From technical issues of not being able to hear one another to
epic
shows disappearing.
Yeah.
Epic proportion.
Man.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Can you hear me?
Legendary stuff. We would go back to the recording, and sometimes it would be one person you couldn't hear. So it's like an awkward, you're talking, 3 people are talking, and then it's like silence because whatever the fourth person's audio wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was rough. And it would always be on a good hour show. And then we go back and be like, damn, we lost all of it. And then everybody else be like, we'll record it later. We'll come back later and do something.
We actually in the files on what used to be Anchor with Spotify for podcasters. I told B it's a actual show in there that it's been in there for 6 years. And the audio in the middle of it is trash, but it's such a great show. And I'm like, I gotta figure out how to fix that audio. He talking about, you ain't fixed it by now. They ain't invented nothing for me to fix it yet. So
Yeah. You might have to chalk that one up as lost, buddy.
You know what? I might have something for you. So let me think. We might have some AI solutions.
If we can do it that way, that'll be great, man.
AI solutions. As soon as you says the audio's bad in the middle, let me cook something up.
So where we going next? What we doing?
I think that's it, man. We like I said, come on, hop on with us whenever you ready, Jim. We got shows, you know when the shows are. Come on, hop on. And hopefully we be talking about being on somebody else's network, So
Yeah.
That's the next goal. We keep growing and evolving, and that's the next step for us as a Sideline Junkies. So
yeah.
But appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey, thank you for having me, man. Yeah, keep pushing.
You know it.
You always know you got a shelf in the fridge, man. You just come on home when you feel like it.
I appreciate that.
That is Big Jim. Appreciate you coming on, Big Jim. Always.
Thank you.
Well, 10 years down. Well, I'm sorry, 8 years down. We got a long time to go, man. This is damn.
How about to say you adding years to me, Ricky Bobby?
Yeah. Don't put that on me. But this is what's up, man. This is where it's at.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Like just the foundation that was laid. And what's crazy, I don't think I ever told this story on air before, but the foundation that was laid, meeting you freshman year, high school, 1995, August.
Mm-hmm.
Going 4 years of high school till we get to be seniors. We were getting ready to leave for the summer. Last year, because I had to go to summer school, you was picking up paperwork from the guidance council office. He said, I got to go pick my uncle up. I said, where your uncle work? Oh, he work at the Heckingers in Largo. Really? What's your uncle name? Jimmy. I said, Jimmy, your uncle?
Yep.
I knew Jimmy because Jimmy always talk about how he used to shrink wrap my mom to the chair and push her down the aisle. I knew Jim from then, but did not put 2 and 2 together. That was your uncle, and I was like, Jesus, we talking 30 years now. We're going on 31. Like, we've dealt with births, weddings, we've dealt with death, we've dealt with everything, and we dealt with it as a family, man.
Yep.
And to rock it like that, and it's just like, wow. Just wow. And then we get in to sitting down doing the normal stuff that we normally do, but we just actually put it on wax and we recorded it. Just the conversations that we had.
And that was the thing. Yep. That was the thing.
Can't forget, we always said we wanted to give that Team 980, or at the time it was ESPN 980, that John Thompson, Kevin Sheehan, Doc Walker. We wanted to give that feeling because that's what we listened to.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to get into it, be respectful, do the debates and everything. And we did that. We still done that. And 2017 is a long time ago.
It is.
And 2017 means a lot, contrary to popular belief. 2017 means a lot. So.
Absolutely, man. It turned, like I said, man, it turned into 4 guys, like you put it perfectly, taking what we talked about in WhatsApp or how we were talking back then, and just been like, hey, you know what? Let's record a podcast. And to our credit, and like Jim said, kept pushing through. Nothing stopped. Mm-hmm. You know, we've seen hundreds and hundreds of podcasts start and stop. 1 episode, 10 episodes, 20 episodes, and die off. Not only have we kept going, we got 10 shows now. We got different hosts. You know, we got Coach Devon now, Laurel High School, you know, doing his show, Pretenders and Contenders. You know, we bumped into the Midnight Rider. You know, we got the Gentleman Jack now. We got Lee Ice. We got Flying Brian, C. Perry. I remember making a call to the People's Choice Don Rodriguez when we first started, because I'm like, we need wrestling. And when wrestling came to mind, that's the top name that came to mind for wrestling was Don. And I'm like, hey, I need you. He brought in Nubian. Then we got Matty Ice and Drive Time with Showtime and Scooter. And then we have the correspondent Keith with us. Am I missing anybody? I want to give everybody flowers because we don't have, you know, where we started, and building up to this point, none of this is possible without where we started at. That's why it's so important to us. So
I don't know. I didn't hear you say Perry, but
I said Perry. I got Perry.
Perry is through Nubian Sumo because Perry actually came on to the WrestleManiacs.
Yep.
And Perry it was one night, it was Perry, it was Raj, and a couple of other dead frat brothers. And I mean, we had a conversation where I sat there and I'm just sitting there taking notes. It was the first show that I ever had where I didn't do much talking. I think I talked for maybe 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And we just went. They put the phone in the middle of the table and they went and we started going down wrestling history and talking about the dynamic and everything that changed. And I was like, yo, this is good. And I keep telling them we got to do it again. We definitely got to do it again. So,
well, hey, look, I wish y'all could hear the WhatsApps between me and the big guy, and Don, just what we talk about, the crazy ideas I bring to them since I got labeled the boss. And, you know, I try to be the best boss possible and keep pushing the network forward, keep finding things for us to do, elbows to rub. I got to keep buying bubble gum so we can keep kicking ass. So, you know, that's my thing, man. I'm just trying to keep us going. We got to, like I said, man, I can't stress enough. We got a great group of people now that love doing what they do. And like where we are now, it's not possible without them. So I give everybody their flowers all the time. I know I've, you know, taken a step back from being on air, but I'm still around. So I'm still here.
Yes, indeed. So Only one way we can do this the right way. Cheers to 8 years, and here's the many, many more. I don't want to put a number on it, but here's the many, many more.
Don't do it. Don't do a Miami Heat.
No. That's the easy way to jinx you. So I will say this. For Big Jim, the boss BJ, I'm the big guy KG. And in classic fashion, we don't do no overtime, y'all. We are out of here.
Peace.